Hello guys, and this video is going to be a bit different. So originally I had a plan for doing an update video of some kind, but honestly, I'll make it brief. My health issues are fine. I'm getting there in terms of being fixed. Uh, it's not. I'm not 100%, but I'm close. Now, one of the main things that I wanted to talk about was about 4 months ago or something, maybe five, maybe even less. I don't know. I posted a video saying that it was the final video on BF1 and I was never going to stream it again and blah 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 blah. Now, due to hindsight, what I actually needed, I didn't need to just quit. What I actually needed was a break. See, after playing the game for 8 years almost, the annoyances I guess get kind of amplified. So dying to just bullshit, which everyone has their own opinions on it, and that's absolutely fine. I personally feel the sweet spot mechanic is just a bullshit death. The invisibility glitch, the cheaters, the one frames, the spawn deaths, the list goes on and on. I don't need to go over that again. But I'm personally just, I guess, tired of BF1. And every game that I've tried to move into in some degree, or maybe do half and half, all that's happened is the games have been an absolute joke at launch. Halo Infinite was an absolute joke, and still is, to be honest. I still think it's an absolute disaster. You've got Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, a disaster. Uh, and then there's certain games like Manor Lords, which, don't get me wrong, I do really enjoy. But at the minute, it's in such early access that I've already completed it, and there's nothing more I can do. And I mean nothing. So, what I was basically going to decide on was, do I just continue with a game that, quite frankly, is just starting to wear me down? And streaming in general, for me, I enjoy streaming the league racing, but I'm probably just gonna keep doing that only. Again, this is not like a second quit in terms of BF1. I'm still going to stream league racing. It's just I can't stream BF1 anymore. The franchise has naturally took a massive hit in let's face it, 2042 and Battlefield 5 were absolute disasters. There's just no coming back from that. And I will not be pre-ordering the next Battlefield game. So, with that in mind, I'm done. I will continue to stream Good Autosport because it's just something I've been enjoying. But as for streaming anything else, it's not going to happen. Uh, I was considering shutting down the YouTube channel because my priorities have kind of changed. So, this is going to sound ridiculous. Before, I guess many of you don't know, but I used to do a lot of competitive racing when I was little. Now, unfortunately, due to money, it's always the main thing. It just didn't come to fruition. I got quite far for the budget, but money just dominated everything. Now, I've been trying desperately to get back into it for a number of years, but again, it just all comes down to money. Now, I'm deciding, or I have decided, sorry, that it might take a year or two, depending on because of my budget, because I work a part-time contract. I survive on overtime. So my choices are save up as much as I can and try and find a job in the NHS that is full-time. And that's what I'm going to do. Take as much overtime as I can in the meantime. And I'm going to be joining the Mini 7 League and actually start real life racing. Uh, it's been something it's been on my mind for a number of years. I've wanted to get I've wanted to get into something. Karting is probably a good start, and I might get back into some form of competitive karting for the time being. And then while I'm doing that, just keep saving up and saving up and saving up until I can basically afford a mini. And because it's the old mini from the Italian job, I don't know if you can see it, but like them. So, but naturally, it's more than just buying a mini. You've got to pay for the membership fee, of which is a small fortune. You've got to pay a race entry fee, of which that will amount to a small fortune. You've then got to buy a trailer because that mini will not be insured. So I've got to take my actual car, put a trailer on it, then put the mini on the trailer, and then drive it around. Uh, then you've obviously got to pay to soup up the mini because, again, it's just a mini. So you'll probably have to put a roll cage in there, a fire extinguisher in there, bucket seats, a proper steering wheel, like racer steering wheel with padding. Uh, it's going to be a lot of work. But I feel like it's something that I've wanted to do for so long that I couldn't give a shit about the, well, what ifs. I just want to fucking do it. And quite frankly, streaming, although I've enjoyed it, I feel like it's ran its course. Again, I'll still stream the league racing because that's just what I enjoy. But it's kind of a mix of things. Like, you've got Battlefield taking the absolute mountain of L's with 5 and 2042 coming out, you know, just absolutely crazy amount of just stupid decisions, really shit games, and just total incompetence. And then you've got the other side of the thing where it's like, because of those L's, because of those problems, viewership and everything else is just woof. Like, I remember when it was lockdown, right? So, 2020, 2021. I remember the viewership, me and K Phantom both hitting 60, 70 viewers. Now you struggle to hit 20. And I mean, you struggle to hit 20. And I just thought to myself, I was weighing it up, and I was just going, right, so if I've got, let's say, 15 viewers, 14 of which are just lurking and not actually watching, all the chance to save up, work my arse off, get as much overtime as possible, and race these for a year. The choice is obvious, isn't it? So with that in mind, I don't know, with YouTube, I kind of don't want to get rid of it because I've got two dislikers, and generally speaking, I don't want them to have nothing else to do in life. Because if all they've got to do in life is to wait till I upload a video just to instantly dislike it, they obviously need that. Otherwise, they might like off themselves because they might, they've kind of realized that they're a bit pathetic. So I'm definitely not going to ditch YouTube. I don't know. I mean, I might still make the occasional BF1 video. I've still got clips, and I am going to still be playing the game to some extent because I own a community on it. So I can't really escape it, but I can definitely stop streaming it. Now, with that in mind, there are very few BF1 streamers left. The only people that I can really recommend at the minute, because Lady Koroboros has moved on to 2042. Enders is only playing 2042, and bless him, because if I was in his position, I'd have fucking had a mental breakdown by now. There's nobody really I can recommend. Everybody that I used to watch is gone. So the only real people that I can recommend is the newer streamers and giving them a go, like Jules Baby, etc. Give them a chance because there is literally nobody else anywhere. That sounds a lot more harsh than I intended to be. But yeah, either way, I will still do my best. I'm still going to be making the Halo video. That's soon. I'm going to probably make a Red vs. Blue restoration video because that was part of my childhood, Red vs. Blue. And the final season just dropped. I might make an F1 video. There's some things that I might do. I haven't really decided. But the racing thing, saving up as much as I can money-wise and just going blasting a mini round a track 18 times a year. There's nothing you can say to convince me that that isn't fun and that isn't what I want to do. So yeah, with that in mind, for those of you who've stuck with me on BF1, and again, I promise you, I'm trying not to make this as like a second goodbye, because I'm still going to be streaming to some extent on Good Autosport. It has been an absolute pleasure, but I think like most things, it's time for it to stop. When it comes to the new Battlefield, I will not be pre-ordering it under any circumstances, and I advise you not to do that as well. Do not pre-order this whatever game. Doesn't matter how good they make the trailer, doesn't matter how good they make anything, the gunplay, whatever. Do not fucking pre-order it. Do not give them any money until the game is actually proven to work. The same for me goes for Halo as well. This is 343 after Infinite. This is going to be their 4th attempt, and they've failed every time. So yeah, with that in mind, it has been an absolute pleasure. I hope to see you for the league racing, but I highly doubt it because, again, you watch us for BF1. It's the way it is. All the best, and take care.